Mock me and my work, then ask directions? Okay. This happened back in the early 1980s, so all dialogue is condensed and paraphrased. I was a 19-year-old geek. Sickening all-American boy type. Male. Putting myself through school as a sweeper working for the Mouse in Southern California. We sweepers are in every public area of the park. Are the most approached employees for questions. Not intimidating like security. Swamped like the character actors. Or isolated by queues, fences, walls like the ride operators, restaurant, store personnel. And are generally knowledgeable and friendly. It is very much a customer service position. It was a good gig and I found the Mouse good to work for. My primary work area was centered around the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, which is a major traffic hub in the park. At busy times. Most summer days. It was hot, crowded, and by shift end you were glad it was done and ready to go home. I was late into the last hour of my shift. The crowds had thinned out. Not disappeared, that would be hours hence. But the sun was down and the night was pleasant. I was happily cruising about, keeping my area neat. Have pan and broom. Will travel. When a pair of 30-something males struttingly approached. Let us call them Mocker 1 and Mocker 2. I am me. Mocker 1. Hey sweeper. There's some popcorn spilled up by the haunted mansion. Better go clean it up. Mocker 2 laughs nastily. That is some hundreds of yards away. In another guy's area. Not only not my problem but actually. Unless some danger was caused by it. I shouldn't go. Me. With a friendly smile and a nod. Thanks. We'll get it. Mocker 1. Tossing a cup on the ground. He had walked by at least 4 trash cans between where he was and the haunted mansion. Here, get this. With a flourish, I popped it into my pan with my broom. Mocker 2. In a sneering voice. When is the 3 o'clock parade? This caused Mocker 1 to laugh. Believe it or not, this is a very common question. One that can be heard multiple times daily. Usually it translates to, what is the parade route and when should I get there to get a good spot? But this was at 8:45 p.m. I was off at 9. So was just meant to annoy me and to waste my time. Me. Cheerfully. The 3 o'clock parade will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock. This pair continued on. In this vein. For another 5 minutes. Asking random. Generally pointless questions, pointing out the odd cigarette butt, leaf, piece of paper, and generally mocking and sneering at me, my work, and the park. Basically, mocking me for their own entertainment, and wasting my time. I found it mildly annoying, but had long ago. This was my second summer with the Mouse. Realized that if 995 out of 1,000 folks are nice, and are cheerfully set on having fun, you still get the other 5. And when park attendance ranged from 12,000, very dead, to 55,000, screaming lunacy, that meant that you had 60 to 275 jerks running around on any given day. Knowing that helped me maintain a cheerful perspective. People are, by and large, overwhelmingly nice. Still, as said, it was mildly annoying. It was at this moment that the heavens opened and a choir of angels sang, "Law," and Mocker 2 asked the single most common question. Mocker 2. Oh hey. I gotta go. Where is the bathroom? Quote. Mocker 1. Chiming in. Yeah. Where is it? Quote. Now. In a surprisingly Warren-like space behind me. There was a tiny and hard-to-find restroom. I never sent anyone there, it was well hidden. I think dating from park construction, and it was little used. Only guided, urgent cases, personally. Nope. Not this time. The next closest was to my right across Adventureland. Straight walk, can't miss it at the end. 3 minutes. Less if moving urgently. Nope. Me. With a nod and a cheerful customer service smile. Motioning with my hand for them to turn around. Turn around. See that rail? Go to it and follow it to the right. When it ends, there will be a path on the right. At the end of that path is another path on the right. The restroom is there. And they set off. I am sure that they were quite expressive when they arrived. 2 lands away, halfway across the park. To the tiny elderly restroom in Fantasyland. 10 minutes later. I was off and I never saw those 2 again. Jerk move? Arguably so. I cannot deny. But I file it under, play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. And as an example of the lack of wisdom of asking directions from. After mocking, belittling a stranger. People are, by and large, overwhelmingly nice, is a really good thing to remember when dealing with the other 0.5%. And I liked your story and the ensuing revenge. I had a coworker at a gas station years ago who was being mocked by a condescending, rude, arrogant drive-through, non-buying customer. They finally asked, "Where is specific shopping center?" He directed them to the expressway and told them, "About 3 miles down. You'll see it on the right." Sure enough, you can see it, but you can't get to it. There's no exit there or for the next 7 miles. Sure. Follow the main road until you see a big gate marked exit. Now you might think that's the exit. But don't worry. Just go through it. Then keep walking until you come to a building called Harry's Truckers Bar. Go inside. There's the bathroom. Now inside the building are all actors. They love to be made fun of. Quote. Edit. Thanks for the gold. If you ever need directions, you can trust me. And when park attendance ranged from 12,000, very dead, to 55,000, screaming lunacy, that meant that you had 60 to 275 jerks running around on any given day. Knowing that helped me. Yes. Your geek credentials check out. You were only doing your job. You cleaned your section of the park of 2 jerks. I'm sure the mouse would approve. They had Pirates of the Caribbean in the 80s? Genuine question. I'm Australian and would have assumed it was related to the movies which started in 2003. I feel this. Working for a similar park as a teen. Ours was in a very definite large circle with only one shortcut from one side to the other. Think of a no sign with the circle bisected with a single line. And our single line went down a long hill to a lake that you crossed. Then had 100 or 2 steps to climb on the other side. But, in short, there were always at least 2 ways to get to anywhere in the park from anywhere else. Jerks asking directions were always sent on the longest routes. Oh, want to go to the section 50 yards to my left? Go right and you'll get there eventually. Is it bad that I know exactly which bathrooms you're talking about? I may have spent a little too much time visiting the mouse when I lived in SoCal. New Orleans Square is one of my favorite places in the park. I feel like this is more like petty revenge than a malicious one, but good for you in teaching those jerks a lesson. Those guys were just begging to get turned into donkeys, is all I'm saying. I remember you guys. In pristine white overalls. The envy of all of us working for absolute minimum wage while you guys were paid double that. Or so the rumor said. For what looked like unskilled labor. But I did notice that nothing Disney didn't put on the ground stayed on the ground for more than a minute with you guys around. And the jerks totally deserved their detour. Some people have very poor insight. I am a nurse. I don't expect people to be overly nice to me. But I am the one who brings you the bedpan. gets your pain medicine, gives you needles. It's not a good idea to treat me like shit. Especially when I have a load of other patients that say please and thank you. I've always thought this would be a good job for me. Enough to do to keep me from getting bored. I can help the customer without being front and center. Did you work with any old-timers who enjoyed the job and seemed to have been there since the park originally opened? Every customer brings happiness. 99 100ths when you are talking to them, 1 100th when they leave. These are the same type of people that wonder why everything they get is always broken and all the food that's served to them tastes like spit and floor. I don't think I've ever encountered people like those two you describe outside TV or movies. What on earth makes them behave like that? Could you not have radioed security to alert them that you were being treated disrespectfully, or were they careful to keep it looking friendly and jokey? Ah, but he never asked for the closest restroom, now, did he? Working for the mouse. Was he actually a hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional being? The answer is 42. Fellow former custodial guest services cast member here. I also worked Adventureland, Frontierland. Your story brought back so many memories. Especially about the amount of times I would get asked the 3 o'clock parade question as well. This is well written, I was captivated.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.